We've talked many times about how important Google is for your salon business, getting yourself ranked higher and higher. And if you've listened to any of the content that we've shared, whether through podcasts, blogs, or social media, this is a really important topic, but it always starts with keywords. Now, what does that mean? Well, that's what we're going to get into on today's episode. A quick digital debrief, really breaking down the importance of keywords and how to go about tackling them and getting your keyword strategy in place for your salon. Stay tuned. Welcome to the Salon Scoop, a podcast by Salon S.O.S. I'm your host, Scott Moon, the founder of Salon S.O.S., and I'm obsessed with helping salon professionals live their best life. In this show, we shop talk all things salon to bring you real-life stories, debates, entertainment, and inspiration to help you find happiness and success in this beautiful industry. If you work in the salon industry in any capacity, this podcast is open to you. So set down your scissors or rinse out that toner and let's get into it. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Salon Scoop. Today, we are going to get the scoop on how to create a winning SEO keyword list and strategy for your salon. Right? Keywords, for those who may not have followed our content yet or don't necessarily remember, keyword is essentially the thing that people are typing into their Google search. Right? It might be hair salon Nashville, or it might be hairstylist Dallas. It might be wedding hair Seattle. Whatever the case may be, those keywords are those main things that people are typing into the Google search. And it's so critical to nail down the right keywords for you to be focused on if you have any hope whatsoever, right, of getting yourself ranked higher and higher in Google when people are typing those things in. Right? It's really the first step. With me, as always, to tackle this subject is our content specialist, salon owner extraordinaire, Sarah Perrin. Sarah, how are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good, Scott. How are you doing?
Amazing.
Good.
That's just one keyword. I just broke it down into 3 parts.
There you go.
What's the keyword for you today?
Ooh, what is the keyword for me today? How to stay awake after working a 12-hour day yesterday and then recording podcasts. And that would be what I would have Googled this morning. So
amazing. And you know what? We're going to touch upon that a little bit later. That would actually be what's called a long tail keyword, because it's how do I stay awake, after a 12-hour day? Some people actually would type that into a Google search. They're trying to figure out these things. And that's a long keyword, but it still is something that people type in, as opposed to a short one that might be like tips to stay awake. Right? So anyways, I figured I would touch upon that as we get into this here. So what we want to focus on just in today's episode is how to go about identifying the right keywords that you should be focusing on for your business. And Sarah, I'll let you start us off because there's always the first step to the first step, right? So tell us where we need to start this process.
where you need to start, the biggest thing when it comes to creating an SEO keyword or key phrases list is understanding your audience. So as a salon professional, you need to consider the needs, preferences, and the language that your potential clients use when searching for services similar to yours, right? So again, it's interesting because there's a lot of things that as salon professionals, you don't think of because you're not necessarily Googling, best balayage in Nashville because you're already getting it done at your salon, right? So I think that that's the biggest thing, is trying to kind of go back to the place of thinking like a customer and thinking of, again, not only the services that they're searching for, but the language that they're using to search for that specific service. So something I would even recommend is like talking to your clients, like, how did you find us? Oh, I found you on Google. What did you Google to find us? Like little things like that. Just again, kind of going back and thinking like a customer. And then again, opening up those conversations with your existing clientele. Like, what types of things are you Googling? Because it might be basic knowledge for you and I to be like, again, balayage services in my location. But some people might not know what a balayage is. So they might be Googling something completely different, right? So again, just that's the number one thing is taking the time before you even start creating this list to understand your client and your preferred and your, like what the type of clientele that you're looking for and what they are searching for on Google in the first place.
Amazing. Great first step. Like understanding your audience is the key in so many marketing principles. So once we've sort of done that, now we have a better sense of what our audience is thinking, what they're looking for. You can start brainstorming some initial keywords that would also be linked, obviously, to the services that you offer, right? Typically, we're looking at services and location as a combination in terms of keywords. You heard me mention some earlier, right? Hair salon, Nashville. Hair extensions, Miami, whatever the case may be. It's typically going to be a service or a thing like hairstylist, right? It might be like hairstylist Atlanta. So it's either a service or kind of a thing, hair salon, hairstylist, and then the actual location. And the location could be the city, it could be the neighborhood, it could be a street, right? So it depends on how big and what people are searching for. So I would suggest start by just doing a quick brainstorm of things that you think make sense in your head. But then what's more important is you have to do some keyword research. You have to find a tool that's going to allow you to validate whether people are actually using those search terms or not. And unfortunately, a lot of these are paid services. However, you can go into something called Google Keyword Planner, right, or your Google Ads Planner. You're going to have to set up a Google account as if you were going to be doing a campaign with Google where you were going to pay for Google Ads. But you can go through the process at that point and get access to seeing how many people on average are searching for each keyword every month. So you can put in the ones that you have brainstormed and you can see, and Google will tell you, oh, you know what? There's 2,000 on average per month searches for this, or there's 50. And it's really important to get. One of the things that we do, we offer a service for Google SEO rankings help, right? To help you grow in the rankings. And the first step that we always do is we research the best keywords for you because it's such a critical component. I use one example all the time in our seminars that we give. Hair Salon, Surrey. Surrey is a city just outside of Vancouver, British Columbia, in Canada. Hair Salon, Surrey has 2,400 searches per month on average. Haircut Surrey has 880 searches per month. But Hair Color Surrey only has 20 searches per month. And if you didn't know this, you would probably assume that Hair Color Surrey would have just as much, if not maybe even more, searches than Haircut Surrey. But it's drastically different. Only 20 people are searching for it. So if you put all of your energy behind trying to be ranked high for Hair Color Surrey, well, if there's only 20 people that are searching for it, you're wasting a lot of your time and energy. So really, really critical that you do that research to find the volume of searches and start focusing on the biggest ones. All right, so that's a key starting point. So once we've identified, these keywords and their volumes, what should we now do with that, Sarah?
So I would suggest once you have that list is then putting them into themes or categories, right? Because you're not going to want to make sure that every single piece of content that you're putting out is just slammed with every single keyword that you want in it, right? So I'll use my salon as an example. We offer aesthetics. So we will offer lash extensions, bridal makeup, spray tans, nails, pedicures, waxing, all of these different things. But then we also offer hair services. So again, your colors, your cuts, your extensions, everything like that. So I'm not going to post a picture of, bridal hair and then have it slammed with every single keyword within that, because again, it's not really hitting the intended audience, right? So what I would do is I would create these different themes or categories. So again, let's say aesthetics, hair, bridal, whatever it might be, and then categorize those specific keywords and phrases underneath those themes. So then it's easier for you to link it up to the content that you are creating around that specific subject.
Amazing. And then how would you go about like creating content? Like how would you incorporate those keywords? What type of content? Where would you put this content that you create?
Totally. So obviously social media content, like you can put that into your captions, you can put it into your hashtags, everything like that. Or a really big thing that I think a lot of salons aren't taking advantage of is blogs. Blogs are an awesome way to get these keywords in. So when people search something, it's just more of an opportunity to organically put those keywords and phrases in there, as well as on your website. So making sure that when you're explaining the services you offer, everything like that, that again, those keywords and phrases are specifically and strategically placed within that. So again, just the more opportunity that you have to put those keywords in your content, whether it be on your online shop, whether it be on your Google page, whether it be on your social media, whatever it might be, the more opportunities that you have to sneak those keywords and phrases in, the more likelihood of your pages and your content popping up near the top of Google searches.
Amazing. I'm going to take a quick pause here because I realize sometimes, our goal and mission at Salon S.O.S is to just be the biggest resource that we can possibly be when it comes to marketing and digital in the salon industry. Sometimes we forget to mention some of the actual tools and resources that we have and services. So we do offer a Google ranking service. I mentioned it quickly earlier. What I want you to understand from that is we'll do a free audit for you if you're interested in just getting a sense of, where do I rank right now in Google on some keywords that are relevant to my business, and what are sort of some of the top line things that I need to be aware of. So if you go to our website, www.salonsos.ca/SEO, there'll actually be a pop-up that allows you to just put in your information to get a free audit, and we'll give you a quick snapshot report. We then also have a service if you want us to be working on, providing detailed analysis and recommendations on a monthly basis, analyzing you versus your competition, showing you your scorecard results, as well as, like I said, an action plan to help improve your Google rankings. We do offer that service at an extremely affordable rate. It's only $77 per month, or $780 for the entire year service. So if that's something that's interesting for you, don't hesitate to reach out to us about that. Sarah also mentioned blogs, and this is something that we almost never talk about, but we do offer a blog writing service for salons as well. So we can not only have done that research of the keywords for you, but we can create the content for you that's going to be rich, right, from an interest standpoint, because you have to have content that is interesting for people to read. It can't just be a place to, plug all your keywords in. So we actually do a blog writing service, but it comes along with creating the images, doing all the back end work of making sure that the title tags, the meta descriptions are properly coded for proper SEO purposes with Google. And if we actually manage your website, we can incorporate those and post them on your website for you. So just want to make sure that you're aware of these services exist, and feel free to reach out if we can help and support you in any way. All right, to wrap things up on this, the last thing, once you've done all this work, you've brainstormed, you've researched your keywords, you've started to combine them into categories, you've prioritized them, right, based on the search volume, right, which ones are the most important, and you've now started to create content, right, around these keywords in various ways, you want to make sure that you are monitoring your results, right? Search engine optimization is not a sprint, it's a marathon. You're not going to write one article and magically next month you're going to be ranked #1 on Google when you type in those search words. It's something that gets built over time, right, through the Google algorithm. So you want to be monitoring your performance and your results, right, in terms of where you rank on each of those keywords on a regular basis, so that you can see where you need to kind of keep working, keep pushing a little bit harder. Some keywords are easier and faster to work on if other competitors are not focusing on them. But some keywords are going to be a little bit more difficult, because if there's lots of different, companies out there that are all using those similar keywords, then obviously it's harder to rank higher than everybody else and to outpace. So you want to monitor and adjust on a regular basis to be able to, adapt and just keep working at it. Trust us. Search engine optimization works if you stay committed to it. You grow through the Google rankings slowly but surely, but by the end of it, right, you're showing up at the top when someone types in all those keywords, and it sometimes is several thousand people every single month. And if you're near the top, you're getting all these clicks for free, visitors to your website, new potential customers. Do not take this for granted by any means. And again, if you need a hand with it, if you have additional questions, feel free to reach out. But we hope that this episode really helps you master your keyword strategy, because it's the first step in having a successful SEO strategy for your salon company. Go rock it in Google, everybody. I appreciate your insights, Sarah, as well. And we look forward to hearing from everybody about your successes in Google coming right up. Have a great day and stay stylish. Thank you so much for listening to the Salon Scoop podcast. This show is produced by Salon S.O.S, a digital marketing agency by industry professionals for industry professionals. If you want simple and affordable solutions for any of your salon marketing needs, such as websites, client loyalty, Google search rankings, social media, or more, come visit us at salonsos.ca or on Instagram at salon.s.o.s. If you want to hear more episodes like this and help us continue to bring the industry great content, it would mean so much to us if you would support us in one of the following ways. Either share this episode with one other industry professional, and rate the show on Spotify, or write us a quick review on Apple Music. We want to hear your feedback. If you have follow-up questions or ideas for future episodes, please reach out. DM us on Instagram at salonus.s.o.s, or hit us up on our website again at salonsos.ca. Again, thanks so much for listening. Now go get your hustle on, keep smiling, and we'll catch you on our next episode.